Alright boys, welcome back to the Grand Cross video, and today what I want to do is talk about the recent update on JP and kind of go over some things because it's quite important, especially with the sync up for Global and JP, and kind of talk about that, right? So let's just jump in. Before we start, if you're new, subscribe. We're doing Grand Cross content every single day, and as well, if you get the like button too, it does let me know you lot enjoyed the videos, and it helps the video get out there, more people can see it. Likes do matter, I can't stress it enough. But boys, if you're not aware what happened, on JP right now, there is a new founder boss coming tomorrow, and that is going to be Melascula and also Galland, and the difference, well not difference, the normal thing that bring it back now is they are making actual cosmetics, and you can get the cosmetics. I believe there's 3 founder bosses we've gotten so far, with the trio of Troublemaker, the Taizo, and the trio bros, whatever they're called. They had actual skin and outfits that you could, or you couldn't get, but you know, they made it a founder boss outfit for them, but you couldn't get them. I don't know why they did that, where they didn't even bother with Jericho and Hauser and them lot. So you know, it's good to see they're bringing back that format, and to be fair, it's quite important because the demons are actually usable, so you know Esterosa, Derriere, Monspeed, all them other commandments are going to get some in the future, which is just so gas to look forward to, because these outfits do look pretty sick. Granted, the Melascula one is a pretty, it's good, right? But, I mean, we already have a pretty good Melascula right here, which is the Halloween one. Don't see any outfit beating this one, to be fair. And then the Gallant one, don't have too many good skins, and if you do, well, if he does have a good skin, you're not going to buy it because it's Gallant, right? So you're not going to complain and get it for free. But yeah, these are free, where this one was paid for, or you have to buy with diamonds. So yeah, overall, a pretty good update. So one thing that JP isn't going to get is a new banner, and I think it might be a first. I don't know how long it's been since we haven't gotten a banner on both versions even. Like just the part 1 and part 2 banners. Like, there's literally nothing for JP to summon for, which is you know, they're doing that for a reason, and that's to catch up for Global to catch up to JP. They did say in the death notes they are going to make it so the JP and the Global can be in sync between, I think, if I remember correctly, I don't have the actual text in front of me, but it's from May to June, which is you know, very apparent if you look at the timeline where we're going to get banners, and so does JP, and you can kind of see what they're going to do here, because, well, JP gets a banner every 2 weeks, and so do we, right? So they have to somewhat push it again, so either JP gets no new banner for another 2 weeks, let's say like a couple weeks time, or they merge the banner, which is you know, they did that in Global a lot now with the 6-man banner and also the Halloween banner too. So if you look at this timeline, this is very apparent what they're gonna do here. So on the 13th of April for Global, we are gonna get Lolly Murden. Then on the 22nd of April, we are going to get a new banner, probably a solo character for JP. For example, let's say Roy, or Rue, however you say his name. Then on the 27th, we are going to get the ReZero banner, which is going to be the part 2 of our festival. Then on the actual 6th of May, JP is going to get the second new banner, so a new character, right? Let's say another example, nothing sure they can add, but let's say the single character again. And then on the 11th of May for Global, we get the combined banner of what JP got on the 6th of May and also April 22nd. So what we see on JP within the next month, for example, is what we are going to get on a combined banner, if it is 2 people. That, I would say, would be the best way, because at that point, right, we are in sync, right? Because JP gets the update on the 6th, we get on the 11th. So we're literally, for that week, we're in sync with JP. Now, that means JP would get a new ban on the 20th, and then we can get on that. Yeah, they could do that actually, yeah, because on the 20th they will get a new banner, and then we could get one as well on the 20th if they do want to change the dates, or if not, they could change it to the 25th. If you're not aware, there are 2 different versions already of the game. There's a JP and the Korean version, and they do get updates on different times, same date but different times. I believe they get a couple hours before JP does, so you know, it's not going to be like an overall like sync up for the servers, right? But same day updates, which I think that could be a thing, right? So the 20th of, well, actually technically the 11th, but the 20th of May may be the day that Global and also JP gets a full-on sync up, because that is between the month of May and June. Or like I did say, they could just do a no banner on June, some point in June, and then we sync up then. But I think that I will have to wait and see what they do. But regardless, we are going to sync up with JP very, very soon. Okay, so kind of talk about the good and bad of being in sync with JP. Now, there are a lot of positive and bad things too, so I'm going to go over both sides here, and let me know what you lot think. I may miss something here, or if you have a different opinion, let me know. So firstly is the fact that we do get a character straight away. Obviously, going into the new season very, very soon for JP. Well, not JP, but very soon we do start covering Season 4 content. We're kind of near the end of Season 3. When we start getting like Purgatory Bon, Mayel, and other characters that I'm not going to name yet, it's going to be quite gas to see them and want to use them, right? So you know, if we were still behind, you know, to see like Mayo or like Purgatory Barn on JP and then not be able to use it for like a month or two on global, it's going to be quite annoying. So I can see why someone wouldn't like that. I know myself, for example, I really want to use Lolly Merlin at full power. I can't do that on my free-to-play JP account. And as well, basically, the retail characters, I want to use them all. I want to get it all maxed out. I want to get the cosmetics. I can't do that on JP. So it's going to be quite good for me, at least. And I'm sure some of you will share the same opinion here, especially with, like, content-wise, like, just even characters, too. When a new character comes out, like, mostly, like, all the festival units, right? Like, Lolly Merlin, for example, what was her best gear? Tac Crit was the best team for Lolly Merlin. Assault Money was a good example too. People, I guess a lot of content creators, but bear in mind, you don't need to be a content creator to test out teams. You know, what's the best Assault Money team? You know, you test out the other demons, you see what works best, and then they found out, okay, well, Melascula, Draw, Dere, whatever you want to put in, is the best team for Assault Melee. And when it comes to global, well, we already know what's the best team. Guild Boss, for example, or like Fana Bosses, we always know what to use because JP already had it. So if you're a hardcore player, and you're a person who likes to test a lot, you know, you're going to like it because, well, you get to be in the front of things, testing stuff, making forums, making guides. Bear in mind, you don't have to be a YouTuber. You can make guides on the forums and just talk to people about it. It's going to be quite fun. And, yeah, honestly, I can't wait for that part of the, like, that part aspect of, like, the sync up to be in effect because I'll love to see that, right? I would say the bad thing, I guess, about the update is, or being a sync is the fact that you don't know what's coming and then you can't really skip banners, right? You can. To be fair, most free-to-play should skip every non-festival anyway, because festivals are always the broken characters, and yeah, definitely some festivals only. And yeah, you can't really prepare because, well, in my situation here, I did skip Assault Money on global. I didn't have him, and that's because, well, JB had Lolly Merlin. I knew Lolly Merlin was coming. I knew she was broken, and I decided not to summon for Assault Money on global because I knew I wanted to summon for Lolly Merlin. But if JP didn't exist and we just got Assault Melee on global, like literally that one Tuesday, I would 100% summon because I didn't know what's coming. Now, there is one benefit here. You kind of know what's coming because, well, story mode is a thing, and they only add characters based on story mode. Roughly, they still do seasonal characters and maybe characters they skipped. So, yeah, it's not the best way to predict the character, but people knew something was coming. People knew the one was coming. People knew the Archangel was coming. Even Lolly Merlin, people speculated if she could either be a character, so we knew it could have been her when he did announce her. Even now, we know Chandler and Cusack are coming very, very soon, so we kind of know what's coming. And collabs, I mean, other than data mines, right? You know, you only have 3 days in advance if you don't look at data mines to prepare for a character. So overall, you can't really save, right? Now, I'm gonna miss that benefit. I'm gonna miss that actual, I guess, that time to save. But I'm also like, I mean, it's up to your opinion. Does the benefits outweigh the positives, really? I do think the positives are better because, well, imagine waking up one Tuesday morning, whenever the updated day is on, and then boom, you see a new Chandler. Boom, you see a new Medias, you see a new Barn, you see a new characters. It can be so gas. And one thing I don't think people realize, and they may do this because, well, they can, is the fact that we have 3 new live streams. Right now, whenever they do a new live stream for a new character, it's always JP in Korean. But if we're in sync, what's to stop Netmarble from doing one for global? Because we're always watching the JP side, we're watching the, you know, the Japanese people, we can't really understand them. And, you know, the translations aren't always great as well because, well, you have to get some of the rough translators. Sometimes they're always wrong. Even like, just you can't really understand them, right? Because sometimes they say a character's passive ain't working properly, and then you think they're not great because the showcase is bad. So I do think if we do catch up to JP, we can start to get actual global streams. And then, yeah, I know on the Japanese side or the Korean one, they do invite some YouTubers. So imagine, you know, a stream Monday, Tuesday morning, for example. You see Nagato testing that new character live on the Netmarble stream, or Seaton. Like, if they, I think they might do that because global, at least on the advertising side, they always do that better than what JP does. Like, we got the Attack on Titan trailer with like actual animation. They always tease stuff out. So I definitely can see us doing a live stream exclusively for global. So overall, I do think that's kind of the best like outcome. If they do come in sync with JP, I don't think anyone's really thought of that. But yeah, that is kind of it for today's update. Obviously, let me know what you lot think of the, I guess, the actual Final Boss, Masculine and Gallant outfits as well, with the idea of being in sync with JP, and as well, what do you think's better, being in sync or being behind by a month and already know what's coming? I don't know, I'm kind of curious. Anyway, boys, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you lot think, and peace.